Tired, guys, tired, worn out, absolutely. You ready for this, guys? Are you ready? Crazy, guys, are you ready? Are you ready for this? I've been on the phone to Social today, and yet again I am having to hold ground, yet again, with truth and bullshit. But come with me for something very interesting. This is what our world has become. I'm gonna have to keep the camera down because there's going to be some times that they're not going to want me to live, right? I'm going to put this on. Okay, I'm at Asda. This means I have a hidden disability. Are you ready? Right, I'm going to go straight to security because look, this goes all the way around, so watch. Hiya, are people with hidden conditions having to go into the queue?
No, this is for everyone now, darling. That's already finished. That is 8 till 9 in the morning.
I don't care, I just need to get some bits, so I've got a queue normal.
You are supposed to. What's wrong with you?
I've Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, 92 dislocations a day.
Right, go in.
Cheers, you're a star, thanks, darling. Right, they have actually let me in. Just 2 seconds, I'll be with you in a minute. Right, so right, hang on. Right, so basically I'm at Asda. And luckily, they've just let me come through the gate. Because unfortunately, I would have had to have queued with everybody else. And that queue wraps all the way around the main car park. And people are having to stand and queue in social isolation. Now, luckily for me, I have one of these on. Now, apparently there is actually an official time for people with physical conditions to come to the shop. I didn't know that. I know this now, and you know this now. So if you have a physical condition, I don't need to get nappies. How are we doing? We're doing really well for nappies in here now. So yeah, and then back to normal. So that's the level of fear-mongering. They've still got this there. So that's the level of fear-mongering that the media have basically done. Now, I do believe slow repair. We are in times of... I need to actually check my bank account before I do this. I completely forgot. I should have gone and checked first. Oh shit, I should have gone and checked my bank account first. Now, the security did actually just let me come through, but I could have been in a situation where I've got my hand on the volume again, haven't I? I've done it again, guys. Sorry, I keep resting this phone on my palm of my hands. So basically, I was just saying that when I got here, there's a socialisation queue around the shops. It's actually really nice. For somebody who's diagnosed with Asperger's, I actually really like it because I actually struggle usually coming out during the day because the world is so busy and because things are so harsh and stuff. And I like the fact that the world has slowed down. I like the fact that fathers are going out on their bikes with their kids. I like seeing families coming out. I like that people have got the space around the shops to walk and people aren't bumping into each other and fast speeding around the shops, and I quite like it. Oh, hang on a minute. There's arrows. We've got to go a certain way. I did not realise this. There are arrows to walk around the shop. Hang on a minute. There are arrows. There are arrows to walk around the shop. Now, this is not going to work for me because as an EDS person pushing a trolley, I can't turn left. I have to turn my trolley right. So this is a bit of a mess up for me straight away. I'm just trying to get some shopping done at the same time, guys. But I'm glad, obviously, they let me break the rules because obviously I've got this on. But if I didn't have this on, which basically means hidden condition, that I would have to argue. She did say to me, "What's your condition?" So I said it's Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Listen.
We are doing everything we can for you in store.
Just 2 seconds, we've got a queue for the area that I'm in now. So I'm just going to move on because there's a lady trying to queue behind me. So basically, I have to walk around Asda now, following the arrows. The arrows tell me to go this way. Now, hang on a minute. I'm actually Asperger's. So this arrow here actually tells me, to go that way. It doesn't actually tell me to go that way and around that way. So as an Asperger's person, I would walk that way. But I wouldn't be able to rationalise in my head that, hang on a minute, I need to go around, but the arrow's telling me to go that way. So the thing is, one size doesn't fit all. It's like a condom. One condom, one size, doesn't fit every penis. Some are small, some are big, and sometimes they really hurt. And life is like that as well. And we got some woman breaking the rules. She's not going following the arrows. Come on, darling, we got to follow these arrows. Come on, get with the programme, people. Come on, One World Order have got us hook, line and sinkered right now. Can I put you on live? That's so funny. It's crazy. But it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. And it's nice that people will interact with people this way at the moment because people are isolated. But, should we be going over this? We got some sort of shelves needing to be refilled, but actually I'd say they're pretty much back to normal here at Asda, and it has needed some form of crowd controlling. It has needed it. The world has needed to slow down. People have needed to take responsibility for their own kids and rethink their work structures, and in some ways sometimes it takes something really bad like this to make people rethink. I want to go that way, but the arrow's telling me I've got to go this way. Oh, it's so funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Shall I really take it seriously? Shall I get what's them old trundle meters that you used to have at school? At the end of the day, if I did happen to go out and I did happen to bump into somebody who's carrying a virus and I did happen to take it home to my 2 little boys, then I would be grateful for... I've actually forgot my mask. I do actually wear a mask. I do wear the mask and the gloves. But the masks are like a condom. They're only 50-50 sort of percent. I don't know the actual statistics, but, you know, I've been married to somebody who works in an operating theatre. And when they use the masks, they go in. If they cough inside, they have to go and change their masks. If blood splatters, they have to go and change their masks, you know, change their gloves. You know, they don't use the same gloves per client, so it's not like when you go and see a doctor or go into surgery and he's got masks and a glove on. Oh no, hang on, the beans and tomatoes are not back yet. So yeah, that's not sort of come back yet. So as their own nappies and stuff are fine, but the bins, the tins and tomatoes and stuff don't seem back yet. Water and everything's fine again. But yeah, so basically I've had social on the phone today, and I'll get irate with Dean as well, because I'm saying to Dean that, look, you haven't been in my life for 41 years. You've been in my life for the last nearly 5 years, and even he's not getting it. And I'm basically saying this system that works with social care and everything, when you've got a physical condition, I'm not talking about child abusers. I'm not talking about people who hit their kids. I'm not talking about people who rape their kids. I'm not talking about people who fuck off in clubs and leave their kids and neglect their kids, that social services have got to come in and protect them kids and do so many visits, child protection visits, to make sure that, you know, the kids are fed and they're clothed. I'm not talking about them people. We need a system for them people. I'm talking about the people who have got physical conditions like arthritis, Royne syndrome, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, might have had a broken arm, might have a bones condition, might have dense bones, might have osteoarthritis, anything that warrants a mother or father that needs to go and attend a consultant, a hospital, because they have a pre-existing condition that they've lived with their whole life, or they've got sick as a result of, say, a virus, and they've ended up in hospital. And then they may warrant childcare. So if it's a mother, then obviously a mother needs a father who understands her condition. I went dancing again in the house, and I've torn my knee and my hip, and I need people around me who understand that, you know, I can, you know, recover from it. Now, all of this with me in my life has all been about maternal rehabilitation. It's been about a mother who has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, who needs to... I'm trying to concentrate and look for things on the shelf at the same time as talking to you. A mother who basically has a maternity plan because I'm considered a high-risk pregnancy. So many mothers die from childbirth. Many mothers have complications in childbirth. Them complications can be anything, like, say if the child's breech, yeah? So at the end of the day, the midwife is there for the child and someone's there for the mother, and they've got to get that child out. But that doesn't... Child protection means they're protecting that child. But the problem with physical conditions and mental health is it criminalises people. It criminalises them. It's like when a social worker says, yes, but when we're on child protection, we can turn up and have 24 hours access to your children at all times. Well, that doesn't make me feel supported. That doesn't make me feel like somebody's coming out to maybe come and do some shopping with me because I've got the kids with me, or, you know, and people can say, hey, nursery. But nursery isn't the best place for people like me, because we have to uphold to certain rules. Like, I have to keep turning left with the trolley. I struggle turning left with the trolley because I've twisted my knee. So for me to turn left now is putting a lot of pressure. So if I said to them, well, look, hang on a minute, I've got a hidden condition, I've got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I can't turn my trolley left, I have to actually turn my trolley right, because it prevents me from having, you know, sort of problems and things. Well, then I have to continue turning left just like everybody else. But like I said to the social worker today, I said, look, the problem that I've got now is you're asking me to deal with gaslighting. So you're asking me to deal with you getting on the phone to me and telling me what your concerns are from information of an upheld ICPC complaint. So I said, if I'm in a relationship, I said, and I go on a perpetrator's course for domestic violence, they try to teach you about gaslighting. When people present false information to you and try to make you believe it's true, or like you're going out of your mind. Now, the problem is when CP have false information and they're trying to get parents to take responsibility for that, if that information is incorrect, a parent is likely to get irate. If that information is actually correct, then a parent tends to maybe not turn up or engages with the services because they actually want to resolve that problem. Well, when it's just somebody like me who might twist their knee turning around left now and pop my knee out to the point that I'm laying here on the floor with my, seriously, look. Yeah, everybody's getting told they got to queue up. Right, we've got any Alpha Bites? Any Alpha Bites? Yes, we have some Alpha Bites. So basically, I said to him that if you're going to be, I flipped it over and I told him, I said, look, this all comes from me being a single mother with a high-risk pregnancy, going into labour, having childcare for 3 other children. I said, this is all it was. I said, the problem is you don't have a supportive system. You don't have a system that ticks the box that comes in under family support. So what you do is then you persecute the families and criminalise the families under child protection, which is not fair and not right. Because if I'm born with a condition that I can't change, now Dean made a comment today because I was a bit pissed off with the fact that I rang the social worker back who'd left a message, and of course he's at home and he's like, hello, blah, 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 blah. And I think, well, if you're working from home and it's a Monday morning, mate, you better be professional. You can't be lazing around, chilling, having a drink and doing whatever it is that you do under normal circumstances when you're still meant to be there. Well, guess what they're doing for child protection through this, guys? Guess this. WhatsApp. So basically, I'm having a conversation with him about WhatsApp. I'm saying, so basically, you want to see my children through WhatsApp. So you're going to sit at your home and you want to see my children through WhatsApp. I said, well, I suggest you send this in to me in writing in the first place. So basically send me a nice letter that says that due to this virus things are changed, and the fact that you've also changed over the social worker. So you want my children to go on a WhatsApp to talk to a social worker that they're probably not going to want to talk to or engage to because they don't do things like this. And that's your child protection. Okay. Right, fantastic, great. So, but then we've got the problem with the fact that I said to him, look, stop cutting wasting time. I'm sure you've got people that you really need to be helping with. I said, the quicker you get back to the reality of what this is, I said, the problem with your system is I have to present you with new information every time I get a new person. So I'm born with a condition that I live with. It's my condition. I own it. I have it. I'm the one that goes in as the probes. I'm the one that has the tubes up my arse. I'm the one that has the tubes down my throat. I'm the one that needs the space and time to be able to have this time, because nobody really wants their legs akimbo with their children in a ward while they're, having checks for cervical cancer, as I have done. My son wants cornflakes. So, as mothers, we have a level of dignity. And as mothers, when we've given birth to a child, our body goes through all sorts. Our body goes through so much change. I mean, it takes 18 months for a mother to get their body back to some form of normality. And most mothers at the time of conception are not at their most healthy, thriving. A baby takes from the mother immediately. The reason that a mother is sick is because the baby is trying to kill off the fact that it's in the womb and it's unnatural, and the mother's trying to get this foreign item out. So, a mother goes through a lot of changes in her physical body, and it's very tiring. And all them men out there, and they go, oh, the mother's whinge and whinge and whinge and whinge. But the reality is, until recently, even now, I think there's 300,000 or something deaths of childbirth around the world. It's still high, but it's because we have NHS. And when I brought Faith into the world, I was so grateful to the NHS. I was so grateful. Oh, I'm going down the wrong bloody lane. Seriously, fuck it. Let's go the wrong way. Let's go the wrong way. What are they going to do? Send a fucking police squad out on me or put a notice out in a minute? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So what? I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to turn the other way. Sorry, virus. Can you go in a different direction right now? I need to go the right way. Yeah, I have. I've got security. Yeah, security just literally crossed me because I'm going the wrong. Seriously. Are we this incompetent people that we need to be... now they is cool masks. Oh yes, get in there. and a big teddy. You know, so we do go through a lot of battering, and after giving birth, unfortunately, mothers have to carry on. And it used to be that when a mum gave birth, they used to have 10 days in hospital. 10 days, people. Mothers used to be in hospital or at home, laying in a bed, breastfeeding their children, laying on their derriere, flat on their back, doing absolutely sweet fuck all. And to single fathers, there's been single fathers for many, many, many years because of the level of deaths. And actually, a lot of the forced adoption actually comes from the high rate of mothers' deaths that left abandoned children with fathers that didn't take responsibility for the children. That is actually how a lot of the high forced adoption ended up there. And that is actually just because of high rate deaths and children being abandoned. So, got to look at it from all angles, guys, all angles. So, at the end of the day, you know, it's only because of the cost of the NHS that mothers are not getting those 10 days rest. And a lot of mums have tears after childbirth. A lot of mothers have, oh, where's these arrows? Let me find these arrows, because I've got security following me around. And if I end up with a ruckus with security right now, it won't be funny. I really don't need somebody roughing me up today, mate, because I'll end up knocking somebody out. And I really am at that limit, so I'll just go bang. And it really wouldn't be a good idea to put me in that situation, because I've had enough. I've had 41 years of it. 41 years. And I've only ever had the interventions because I've been pregnant. And because I've been pregnant and I've been classed as a high risk, I've had the care come in. And then as soon as it's all over and you're out of maternity, everybody leaves you alone again. And husbands go back to work, partners go back to work. And people don't understand the complexity that prevention is better than cure. We as a society right now, with this mania going on right now, yes, viruses hit. And if this is the times of revelation, there's going to be a lot of them, mate. We're going to get hit with virus after virus after virus after virus. You know, do we all walk around with masks on and protect each other? Yeah, we have to. We have a social responsibility. We have a personal responsibility. We have a duty to care. But this social care system is not caring. What is Boris Johnson going to do with mothers and fathers that have got the virus? Is he going to child protect the kids? Are these mothers going to get... Is it going to be, oh, well, statistically, the mother and father died, so we've now got to find a forever family for these children? Fuck the fact that there's probably grandparents still alive, but hey, they may have the virus too. You know, I don't want organic bananas. I did tell you about this banana thing, didn't I? Well, I do want organic bananas, really. I just don't want to pay the price for organic bananas right now. Okay, yes, okay, all right. Pounds, it's fine. So at the end of the day, I spoke to the health visitor, the social worker, but what they keep saying to me is they've got this parrot freshen, and they'll say, that is in your opinion. And I say to them, do you know what? If one person says to me again, that is in your opinion, when this is my life, my condition, my children, and I tell them the same thing over and over and over again. They do not diagnose children until they are 5 with EDS. However, they may present a systematicness of it, of which all of my children have done. So, what exactly can social services do to help me right now, other than tell Asda right now that I don't want to turn... Actually, I'm finding, because my knee's out, I'm actually finding this left a little bit easier. But I should be able to choose based on my limitations, because right now I've now decided that I need to get to the other end of the bloody shop. I need to go and check my balance, because I've got a feeling I'm a bit low. And I don't know how much this is going to come to. Fucking does my nutting. Does my nutting. I can't wait to just pay people to do what I need them to do. This is what I now done. There is your... No, sorry. Thank you very much, sir. Twist out here. I'm going to go out the exit and out the wrong way because I just need to go and check my balance quickly to make sure no direct debits came out this morning. Because that's what does it. It's when, and it's not even direct debits that does it to me. It's these fucking charges that they keep pulling on me. Excuse me, love. I'm just going to go and check my balance quickly. I'm not leaving. I'll bring it there. I've gone over what I was going to be buying, so. I'm just checking the cash machine quickly. Oh, do you know what? I've lost my fucking cash card while I've done that. I don't believe it. Guys, I've got to go a minute.